There is a genuine physique advantage in 2026, fuck it, for the whole of history, that not enough men have tapped into. You see the guys in the films like Odyssey and the films like Troy with the lean, attractive, jacked physique, and they have this raw desire, this raw magnetism that when women watch these movies, they literally admire these guys. There is a foundational principle, a physique that is pretty much categorized as the most attractive physique to women. That is 10 to 12% body fat, sometimes lower if it's maintainable, with a V-taper, nice muscular physique. Not too much muscle, but enough to show that you're a threat, you're a dominating guy. And not enough guys have this physique. The average man is between 30 to 40% body fat, wondering why they don't have success in dating, wondering why they don't, they're not able to attract the women that they actually want. There is also this huge overinflation of what a good physique is. You've got guys who are rating themselves a 7 or 8 out of 10, when in reality, they're actually a 4 or 5 out of 10 on the physique scale. Not enough guys realize that once you actually achieve the lean, aesthetic, attractive physique, everything in your dating life, everything in your social life becomes 10 times easier. In this video, I'm going to break down what it is you stand to gain, why it is so important, and how you can actually go ahead about achieving that attractive, lean, aesthetic physique. First things first, you need to understand why it is so attractive. You see, the same way that men will look at a girl with an hourglass figure or a girl's, great fucking double D breasts, a woman will look at a man's biceps and a man's physique the exact same way. Take this video, for example. This is me speaking to some girls, asking them what physique they find attractive and what muscle they find attractive. Look at the way they look at me. Just watch the video. What is your favorite muscle on a guy?
Biceps.
The biceps. So muscles do matter?
To me, yeah.
To you?
Just be fit.
Just be fit. Now, like I said before, that same desire that a man has for an hourglass figure and an hourglass physique, women have the exact same thing. It just, is a little more coverted, or a little more, people don't speak about it as much. And a lot of women sometimes aren't comfortable to say what it is they want, and sometimes they'll even be politically correct and say, I just want a dad bod. I go up to women and I speak to them and I actually ask them what are the things that they like, and they're very honest with me and they're very honest with themselves about what it is they're actually attracted to, and that is the lean, aesthetic, V-taper physique. The ones where your shoulders are 1.5 to 2 times the width of your waist. You've got a decent muscle mass and you have lean, sort of abs. You don't have to be absolutely shredded like a bodybuilder, but you should show that you've got some visible abs and a nice jawline and a nice face. And the reason these things are actually attractive in the first place is just because of the evolutionary biological triggers, right? The triggers for attraction that women don't inherently control. And as men and as humans in general, we don't control these inherent sort of attraction triggers. They just happen within us. Again, this is why when a man sees boobs, he gets excited. You have to understand that women are the exact same. They will see a guy who's in fucking great shape and they're gorp. I live in London, I walk around London, there's plenty of beautiful women. I've got a girlfriend myself, and their behavior is so clear. When I walk around London and I look like this, I will have girls gorp. I will have girls literally fucking say random shit to me. Like I've walked around London and a girl has just walked past and just said smash, like instantly. And not many guys will ever experience that. What people don't realize is that girls are actually way more hornier and way more sexual than guys in general. They just do it in a very, very sly way. And it's only, if you're not experiencing that and you say, hey, I don't see girls as sexual, I don't see girls as, that sort of way. It's simply because you don't have the things, the prerequisites that women sort of go for and women will say these things to. So like I said, I walk around and I get looked at, I get compliments, I get literally approached simply because of the physique. It's like a marketing campaign for who I am. And this is why I stress that it's so important, because you will sit there and say, oh, I don't have that experience with women, that's not true, women aren't like that, women are like this. You're just a fucking incel, you're a hater. Because guys like myself and guys who are in good shape will have these experiences and tell you to get in shape, prioritize being in the gym, look after yourself, and you'll neglect that. You will neglect it and just live in this little box of yours where women are horrible and not nice. For the majority of guys who are like myself, women are fucking amazing. Women are great to be around. But it's a prerequisite that you must be an attractive man. You must have this lean, aesthetic, attractive physique in order to sort of unlock that next level of female treatment. That's the truth. The other thing that makes women more attracted to you when you have a lean aesthetic physique is less so that they look at you in the sense that, you know, it's not an external to an internal, it's actually the internal confidence and the internal drive and the internal feelings that being in great fucking shape gives you. When you walk outside, you feel confident. You look in the mirror, you feel good. You wake up motivated, positive, feeling amazing. Not to mention the food you're putting in the body in order to get this lean physique, it energizes you. It makes you feel amazing. Your testosterone, your hormones are all on point. These things matter, they stack up. It's like a domino effect, right? When you want to get in good shape, you have to eat clean, you have to sleep good, you have to train hard. And these just give you small wins throughout your day. Don't be surprised that other areas of your life that have absolutely nothing to do with training and fitness and health start to improve once you get in good shape. Once you start to pull the levers that, you know, make life easier. So I can go to the shops and just, you know, eat the best food and feel absolutely fucking incredible. Once you start to pull the basic levers, other things like how you're treated at work, how you're treated, you know, in your own social circle, how your peers and strangers treat you, when you go to the coffee shop, how, you know, you get sort of prioritized. These things start to literally domino effect. Everything in your life just gets fucking better. And I can't stress this enough. Like, it's almost difficult to explain because I've genuinely lived in a good physique for the last sort of 3 or 4 or 5 years. And I've been training for 8 years. And it's sort of just become my fucking norm. And some guys will tell me, oh, this and that. And they're complaining about how they're treated, their service, their sort of treatment from women, but also just treatment from their fucking job as well. And it's like, yeah, of course you fucking get treated like shit. Like, you don't even treat yourself well. Why is someone else going to treat you well? And once you start to unlock these benefits, it's something that you'll never give up. Like, it's genuinely something that you'll never ever give up. And if the last 7 or 8 minutes are things that you want to gain, you want that raw magnetism from women, you want to be treated well by your peers, you want to feel confident, you want to look in the mirror and feel like, yeah, man, I'm the fucking shit. Not only should you subscribe, but if you're super serious about it and you actually want to take this to the next level, click the link in my description, book a call with me, a free consultation where I'll break down what it is you need to do for your specific scenario in order to gain the lean aesthetic physique, build your confidence and feel like a fucking man. Improve everything in your life. Book the call, do it now. Don't fucking wait. There's no point waiting because time's gonna go by anyway. So what are some of the things that you need to do? What's the sort of fundamental breakdown of, hey, I'm ready to do this. What do I need to do in order to start and get the ball fucking rolling? Well, first things first, you need some non-negotiables. And I would say there's probably 3, or there is 3 non-negotiables that you must do in order to gain the lean, aesthetic, attractive physique. Non-negotiable number fucking 1. You need to be in the gym. Now, I'm not saying you need to commit your life, you need to commit everything you do to go into the gym, because at the end of the day, number 1, no one fucking has the time for that. And number 2, women don't really want a guy who's completely obsessed with the gym. They don't want some guy who's like a fucking gym head, roid head, gym bro. Like, they literally don't like that. What you need to do is, in the gym, 3 to 5 days a week, right? Whatever your schedule allows for you to do it. If it's 2 days, fucking do 2 days. If it's, you know, once every day for 20 minutes from home, do that, right? There's always a way, there's always a method behind it. But the sweet spot I found after training many clients is 3 to 5 days. Full body training, upper, lower, you know, push, pull, legs, upper, lower split. It doesn't really matter as long as you're achieving these things. You're training in the gym with a high intensity. Every muscle group is getting hit twice a week. That means you're having, you know, a training session that hits the chest at one point of the week and another training session that also hits the chest at another point of the week. The same thing applies to all muscles. You want to be training 10 to 20 sets per muscle group per week. Take notes of all this stuff, by the way, if you need to actually apply this to your life. And the final thing is simply pushing to failure, right? Pushing to failure is going to allow your body to receive the stimulus to say, hey, I need to put on more muscle. This motherfucker wants to push more weight every week, and therefore he wants to put on more muscle. Those are the only 3 things you need, right? Categorically, within the gym, 10 to 20 sets per week, pushing to failure between 4 and sort of 8 reps. Anything within that frame is perfect. I'd like 6 to 8. And finally, being fucking consistent, right? Being consistent. You could actually have a pretty shit gym routine, but the fact that you are consistent is gonna make a huge fucking difference. I can't stress it enough. It's gonna make a massive difference. So now the gym's out the way, the next thing you need to focus on, the second thing you need to focus on is gonna be your nutrition, right? Now, when people say that it is 80% nutrition and 20% training, they are absolutely fucking right. That's why I said that you can have a sort of shit routine, but you do it with ruthless consistency, it will go well. And that's dictated by the fact that, is your nutrition on point? right? Now, the fundamentals of nutrition is sort of a very simple thing as well. You just want to eat fucking whole foods and you want to track your calories and your macros. By whole foods, I have an 8-food framework. If you want the 8-food framework, just comment down below. 8-food framework, and I can sort of email it to you or send it across to you. Or again, just book a call with me so we can actually get some things in place for you. And it's going to be eggs, mackerel, Greek yogurt, fruit, vegetables, some vegetables, not cruciferous ones, minced beef, and potatoes, rice, or sort of, there's interchangeable things, but potatoes and rice. Those eight or 9 foods are going to be the fundamentals. Now, there are things that you can add in that are going to improve. Like you can eat whole foods ice cream, you can eat whole foods dark chocolate. But the reality is, when you're trying to get lean, you just want to keep the food super simple, and you can get creative within this 8-food framework and how you want to make your eggs, how you want to make your beef, whether you want to eat minced beef, whether you want to eat a lean steak. It doesn't really matter as long as you're following a framework that allows you to track the macros, track the calories, and hit it consistently and easily. What you actually want to do, and the reason why I like to do the 8-food framework is because, number one, it's whole foods, it's simple ingredients, but it removes the decision fatigue. It removes the need to say, what am I going to have for dinner tonight? You should know what you're going to have for dinner tonight. And my biggest thing is that if you actually want to get in good fucking shape, what you need to do is, what am I eating tomorrow? Do you know what you're eating tomorrow? Because I could tell you what I'm eating for the next 4 or 5 days. And that's the reason I'm in good shape. The reason I'm in good shape is simply because I know what I'm gonna be eating over the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. That's the reason I'm in shape. No other reason than that. Everything's pre-tracked, everything's ready. Because I plan to succeed, right? And if you don't plan to succeed, you're planning to fail. You need to have these things in place. You need to understand what it is you're eating over the next few weeks, over the next few months, each and every day. Now, you don't have to be super obsessive, but at least have the food in your fridge so that you can say, I'm having minced beef tonight. I can cook minced beef. Simple as that. Doesn't need to be overcomplicated. Keep it fucking simple. Now, the third and final, it's really, really underrated, but it's genuinely just recovery. And by recovery, I mean sleep. Sleep is such an underrated tool of recovery. So many guys are focused on sauna, steam room, and ice baths. It don't fucking matter if you're not sleeping good. In fact, the amount of sleep you get directly correlates to your hunger signaling, your ability to lose fat, and your ability to pack on muscle. So if you've got, good diet, good nutrition, good sleep, good training, but you're sleeping as shit, you are significantly going to reduce the sort of outputs you're getting and the outcomes you're getting from your training and nutrition because you're not sleeping well. So you need to really, really, really prioritize sleep. These 3 fundamentals will genuinely change your success in the gym and your success with your physique. And as a result, your success with your confidence, your success with dating, your success with women, your success with, sort of life in general. Because we live in a society where lookism is a real thing. That means people will discriminate you based on how you look. So prioritize these things, and I promise you more success will come in that endeavor. But if you're someone who wants to take this shit seriously, you're like, where do I fucking start? I don't know where to start. You should start by booking a call with me in the description. Pick a time, pick a schedule. We'll hop on the call, we'll break down what it looks like in order to work with me, in order to actually see if you're a good candidate and get you the fucking results that I've described in this video. Other than that, subscribe, check out my Instagram, Zaki Thor, and I'll see you in the next video.